Mario Minestrone up. Did you watch that video?
I did, yes.
It's so fucking funny. I don't even know why.
It's fucking cosmic.
Mario Minestrone. But Mario Minestrone. But Mario Minestrone. I didn't even know what minestrone was, but I guess it's fitting.
I still don't know what it
It's
is.
like soup with pasta in it.
Oh.
So Mario, being an Italian, would probably have very good minestrone.
It is an aspect of his people. Oh well, sick.
Oh jeez, it's over there already. Shit, I'm butt. We're gonna have a dynamo roller. Alright, good thing we don't have to open any more. Yeah, bro. Alright, good. But yeah, it's like snowing.
Well,
Really...
they've stole all the ones down there or something.
Oh.
I knew you were saying.
It's snowing really hard here, so...
Oh dear.
I don't know my voice cracked there. But, it's essentially just like this was a snowstorm that was, you know, coming. Like, people were talking about it. And it's funny because I woke up earlier and I was like, actually, it was like snowing last night, and I'm like, okay, there's nothing too bad going on here. And I woke up this morning, and I woke up at, you know, noon, essentially.
Yeah.
And it still didn't seem that bad, and I'm like, these teachers or these principals are fucking idiots for closing schools when it's only snowing like this. And now it's actually like, because it's been snowing.
Full tilt snowstorm.
Yeah, it's been snowing consistently, and now it's fucking. The snowflakes are like half the size of your palm big, and they're all coming down. It's been doing that for a while. Now, granted, it was like the snowflakes were like that last time it was snowing and the power went out on stream, but there was also wind, and there's no wind here. And last time the power only went out for like 1 second, 3 times. So I don't think the power's gonna go out, but there's a chance. So be advised. Oh, good. Why did you come down to my spot?
Chasing me again.
Okay, before we get down to the meat and potatoes of this, which is to say, the pasta and soup of this, I had to, what's it? We're gonna do a little, what's the word, like, it's not callback, right? Do a little callback to last stream.
Follow-up?
Yeah, follow-up. Where you slandered my name. I was talking about, you know, Salmon Run rank, or increasing rank and shit.
Right.
And then you were making comments, because I was listening in to see how the volume was. And, you know, I was too busy defending my very valid and agreeable point to fully understand the width of what you were saying. The breadth of what you were saying. You made it sound like I never played Turf War at all. And I would like to remind the people of the class that I was a fucking Splatoon 1 god.
I doubt that very much.
No,
but okay.
I know I was really good with the NZAP. I don't know what happened, but you know, you made it sound like I never played Turf War ever. And even then, in this game, I played it for
I mean,
wow.
Oh, well, I got run over. Sick. I mean, my intention was not to make it sound like you don't play it ever, or hadn't played it ever. My intention was to make it sound like you refuse to play it ever again.
Oh yeah, that's the dang truth. That's the darn dang truth. But you know, I thought about it after that, and I reached a compromise. There should be a Salmon Run rank.
But there is.
No, like one that's universal across the whole thing. Like you get levels and shit. You can prestige and shit like that.
It doesn't really need it.
Yeah, but does Splatoon 1 need levels? Or, what am I saying?
Yeah, because it is an indication of the amount of time you've played or your general skill level. Someone sees like level 99, they're like, well, fuck me, I'm facing an Elder God.
Well, it doesn't need that. All the MMO...
Well, it kind of does. It's a very easy, simple marker of progress, whereas Salmon Run doesn't have anything to unlock, and there's no real point to showing how long someone's play when it is so based upon random.
Look, it's to make me feel good, which is pretty much what
I mean, you're a professional and you have
professional. We both, all of us know professional doesn't mean anything.
You didn't let me finish. You're a professional and you have we now have like a consistent 200 starting point or whatever the fuck.
I think it's
or 250 or whatever the fuck it is. No, because we're already at 290.
Oh, geez, okay.
it doesn't just revert to 100, it keeps consistent.
Yeah, but that jank like gets refreshed every day. Not every day, but I don't even know how frequently this shit is. But you know what I mean. It gets refreshed. I want a rank that doesn't get refreshed and just shows how much progress I've made overall.
Well, that's the thing. We haven't made progress in Salmon because there's no progress.
You don't make progress in Turf War either.
Yes, you do. You unlock new weapons. You unlock better gear.
Same stages every single time.
Oh, there's also there's the ascension to rank in League.
Yeah, that's in ranked, Gavin. This is Turf
Yeah,
War.
which is no, it's the standard multiplayer. Like once you get up there, that's part of the game.
So by the way, I played ranked in Splatoon 1. You haven't even touched rank at all. That's all I'm saying.
I don't see the relevance to what we're saying.
No, I'm bringing it back to me actually playing the game. And the Luna Blast was...
Well, yeah, again, as I said, my point is, you played the game. You no longer do. You refuse to, in fact.
That's not what it sounded like.
Oh, that is you reading into things that were never there.
I'm gonna go back and quote it. And you're gonna look like a gosh dang fool. And it's gonna be 20 minutes well spent.
The point is, there is a distinct point to a competitive multiplayer mode like Turf War and all that having actual level systems to indicate one's standing in the standing in the game, like how powerful you are, how long you've been at this. To a cooperative mode like Salmon Run, where you can't unlock anything, there's no real progress to make. You just play. There's no real point to having such a system.
I gotta turn it down. Alright. I get that, but it's just, they could have it. It's not about whether it's necessary. It's just about, about fun.
With this developer, it pretty much is.
Also,
granted, what their definition of necessary is extremely arcane. But they only do things they feel is necessary, so...
I want to mention, the point I was gonna make is that MMR, which is what do they call it? Something multiplayer ranking or whatever. That multiplayer games. Yeah, matchmaking ranking or something.
Yeah, matchmaking or rating or whatever.
Which is always invisible and using a bunch of calculations and shit that the human brain couldn't possibly comprehend. That's necessary and that's always invisible, But the thing is, Splatoon 2 doesn't use that anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So, it's just
I was about to make the quip that thing this game doesn't actually use.
The level, the level pretty much just means how long you played the game, and it's it'd be nice to have an indicator of how long I played Salmon Run. That isn't.
You do. It's our gigantic 300-hour playtime in Splatoon 2.
Well, no, but that doesn't. People don't know that. I want people to know at a glance without having to go to YouTube.
There's also our archive of.
That's what I just said. I want Guardian EX to know that I'm a Salmon Run god and that I deserve to be respected, and don't steal my eggs, you stupid bitch.
He would do it anyway.
I know.
There's no such thing as respect in these.
Oh shit.
I have a related topic we could branch to at this point, even if it's just gonna be a brief me slagging someone off, but...
I don't like that terminology. Can you change that?
No, I can't. That's the term, slagging someone off.
What does that even mean? Slag is when you're making metal, and this the...
It's called making fun of someone.
But I know what it means.
I don't know the inherent etymology of every single bit of slang in my fucking region. Alright? I'm not some sort of dictionary for Americans that go like, oh, I'm not cultured and wise by knowing these things. They just are, okay? They
But,
just fucking
mean,
are.
You know.
You know, it's just, this is just the way things are.
That's why I'm here. What was it called? Not taking the
Slagging
mickey.
someone off. Urban Dictionary is not a good source for any of this, by the way.
It's not Urban Dictionary. But what would I even use? Etymology? I don't know, I'll figure it out in between waves. This is why, you know, this is why I exist. This is the kind of content I strive for here.
Getting confused by other cultures, really simple slang.
Or, in this case, there's slag. But it's like, slag is just when you know, fucking put ore in a furnace and then it's the disgusting ore debris that you don't want that isn't metal. It's just when you think about it, it doesn't make much sense.
I mean, I don't know, that sounds sensical to me. You're comparing them to something that's fucking useless.
Wait. It's not taking the
Slag-
slag out of. What's it again?
It's slagging someone off.
Slag. Like, it just... The off is what especially got me there. You know, verbing someone off should be illegal.
Anyway. What was I gonna say? Branching off this topic about multiplayer and how people behave in it and shit. Like, I think it was today, like a Kotaku writer put up an article saying he gets really upset and anxious whenever people are nice to him on Overwatch.
Well, it could be sarcasm. I understand.
No, like even when it's like actually genuine, he gets upset about it.
Do we know it's genuine 100% though?
I mean, he seems like pretty insistent because the person he was talking to that started this apparent anxiety was being genuine and nice about everyone on their team who actually won and did a good job. And he got very upset about this and said it makes him anxious, he doesn't like it. And it's just kind of like, this same man, I'm pretty sure, has written at least one, because like Kotaku's mass often just congeal together into like ball of personality problems.
What's it called? A hive mind.
Yeah, and they regularly, one of the things they do is shit and cry about like how toxic online communities are, so now they're also screaming about how nice they are, and how it's too nice, and that's evil and bad.
Well, I thought the idea was that Overwatch's community is like really toxic and competitive. So
yeah, that's the thing though.
sarcasm.
He's playing competitive and someone is being genuinely nice to him and he's complaining about it and saying it makes him feel terrible. It's like, no, that's not, like, shut up.
I mean, I don't really understand it if it's not fear of sarcasm, because if it's fear of sarcasm, that is completely understandable. Because I hate
It's not
people
fear
who
of
are smug
sarcasm.
like
He's
that.
like, he's saying he hates people. Anyone who's being nice to him, he just hates it because it makes him anxious. Like, that is a problem with you, and like you've also called on this community to like not be like to be nicer, and now that they are, you're shitting yourself and saying it's terrible and wrong.
I mean, thinking on it, maybe there's logic to that. Because like, what is it like? You read about like if he fails them, you know, he did a poor job and made the nice person lose their game.
No, because apparently he's doing fine, and that's what they're complimenting him for like doing good at tanking or healing or whatever, and he's getting upset that they're saying this, that you're doing good.
Well, but I guess it could be like children, like who get straight A's, then they like are expected to get straight A's, and when they, you know,
Except this is like a man in his fucking 30s who knows better.
Well, I don't know, I think
At least I should say should know better.
I think the
In
psychology
a game and not
still
something
checks
that
out
actually
there.
matters. I don't think it does. I think basically what I'm saying is I don't understand how Kotaku's writers are consistently just broken weirdos all the time.
I mean, I can understand
it's
the
just
confusion of
fucked up.
writing an article about it, but like, I don't know, maybe it still makes sense.
No, I don't like having like what I've seen of it. No, it doesn't make any goddamn
I
sense.
didn't read the article, so I don't actually know what's in it.
I've seen people like cut big chunks out of it the show because fuck giving them clicks.
Gavin doesn't read articles?
You know, you don't read articles like that. They're trying to bait people. If you have to, you like wait for someone to put up an archive link and use that.
So they don't get the click.
Yeah. So you can call them a jackass and also not give them the money they desire for it.
But Gavin, what's one click gonna do?
Enough.
1/1000th of a cent. That's what they get for you to slander their name.
Always use archive links, children. Always use archive links.
On Splatoon 2 Salmon Run, March 7th, 2018. But yeah, we could use that.
Like...
To segue.
I just want to say one more thing. Basically, I don't understand what's wrong with, like, Kotaku writers. This also extends to, like, Polygon writers. They all just seem to be, like, the weirdest, whiniest people alive who are never happy with anything, and they're, like, they just hate everyone. And then they don't seem to be able to realize that, you know, the problem more often than not is them. It's like, it's fucked up and weird, and I don't understand how they got jobs writing, is what I'm saying.
Well, you could ask them for their life story.
No, because they'll just tell me that, oh, like, I don't know, I had a perfectly normal life and everyone around me is terrible, or some shit like that.
I was born and raised in Michigan. It was 1984.
Like that lady who said she broke up with her boyfriend because he let her die in Diablo. That was another Kotaku writer.
I thought that was gonna head in a completely other direction.
No, like she broke up with him because he, like, did let her die in a video game. And then she was surprised when people called her a fucking idiot over this.
Well, when you think about it, there could be a deeper meaning there.
Yeah, I think the meaning is that she has developmental problems. This is the same lady who took 5 years to beat Shin Megami Tensei 4 and openly admitted, without acknowledging it as a problem, that she doesn't use any of the game's mechanics and was wondering why she needed to, like, grind to get anywhere.
I mean, she beat it faster than I did. Still stuck on that tutorial. I don't even really remember what happens. I think you go to hell, and then Satan makes fun of you. And I'm like, thanks, Satan.
Pretty standard, dude. that's what he does. That's just what happens. Oh, that's bad.
But we could segue that gaming news. Oh wow, one alive too. Hey, I'm right here. Hey.
I'm fucking trying.
Not you, King DJ Dingaling. Since that's a Nintendo Direct.
It was announced today.
It was announced today for tomorrow, and I kind of wish they would not do that. Not that it bothers me, because, you know.
I kind of find it amusing how just spontaneous it always is.
It's like kind of weird and funny, but at the same time, I can imagine if I have like an actual life, which maybe Nintendo fans don't, and that's why they do it. But if I had an actual life, I would. You know,
like, exhibit A and B right here.
Actually, Exhibit A. We have to stream. I mean, of course, it's easy to just say, you know, oh.
We don't have to stream.
Like, you know what I mean? You know, it's at the perfect streaming time for us. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to just say like, oh, I could just cancel. But like, what if you have a meetup with friends?
Don't just cancel. We'll just do like the 2-3 hour thing, starting at like 7 or 6 or whatever.
No, we can't. It has to be a solid 8-hour block of streaming. All or nothing, Gavin.
Well, then we'll just take a break in the middle, watch the direct, and come back and talk shit about it over Monster Hunter or whatever it is we're doing.
No. We can't even do, like, Salmon Run isn't even tomorrow, so that sucks.
Alright. Well, then we just pause in the middle of what we're streaming and go watch it. Who even cares?
But it's not about us, since we can easily compromise. I'm just like talking, like there are probably people out there who like, you know, it would be nice to plan more than one day in advance. How long is this supposed to be? Did they say?
I don't think they ever do say. You just find out whenever the thing's up.
Maybe just assume if it's not a mini, it's going to be like 40 minutes.
It's using the ballpark 40-45 minutes. That's like the standard length, it seems.
Yeah, it was announced for tomorrow at 5 p.m., which is a weird time, I think.
10 p.m., which is not a regular time, I must admit, but hey, I'll take it over like a 4 a.m. stream. Which they do sometimes, because...
I mean, I'll take one day in advance at a time that isn't 6 in the morning over, you know, no announcement of a direct and then posting it at 6 in the morning too. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great, Nintendo. That was great. Everyone loved that.
I love that, like, people only talking about this. I'm like, what the fuck are you getting this from? And it's like, oh, a direct. I'm like,
yeah, it's like, oh man, not that like spoiling a direct is like a midlife crisis situation, but like
it's not or anything, like it's whatever. But it is just that kind of thing of like, you didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like I could like, see it being like, you know, oh, it was just a Nintendo thing, XD. But like, come on, please.
You kind of have to tell people about when your press release stream things are happening, because what's the point if they don't know?
Well, everyone has a Twitter, you know? They just find out from that.
Except they didn't tweet about it until like an hour after it already happened.
Well, you know, it doesn't matter.
It's just like, it was just like, in terms of moves, this is like the weirdest possible thing you could have done.
Speaking of moves, I had a really smooth move right there.
I see.
Sniped the torpedo out of the air right before it was about to launch with the fucking washing machine, which has a hitbox of about a pixel.
But then the AoE effect just like covers like 10 miles.
Yeah, but this thing's in the air, you know? You gotta hit that pixel or else you're gonna fucking die in rain.
Blasters needing like a full 2 seconds like in the ink to recover enough for one shot. Tubes are dead up here.
Well, that person's got it. But yeah, the only thing they said in the tweet I saw was Mario Aces,
which is
like a curious thing to highlight.
Yeah, like it's kind of all right.
I mean, I guess they want people to care about it, which could either be a good sign or a bad sign. Because one, it could be really bad and they want people to care about it, so they're gonna try to do the legwork, or it could be really good and they want people to care about it because this time it's gonna be great.
Because this time they're actually putting the work in.
Yeah, it has PD Piranha in it. How bad can it be?
I don't know. Let's ask like what people think about Sunshine.
Or Paper Jam. I made a tweet last night about all my controversial Paper Mario opinions, and I'm surprised that no one mentioned the Bobbery thing. His eye looked like I thought his eye was a nose as a kid, the entire time, and that both of his eyes were below the brim of his hat, so you couldn't see them. But no. I think it's a fair assessment. Either way, but I don't know. All we have is Mario Star Aces, and of course everyone's like Animal Crossing, Mario Odyssey DLC, Luigi's Mansion DLC, Delfino Plaza DLC for Mario Odyssey.
No, you fucking idiots.
And they aren't going to stop talking about it until Odyssey is 5 years old or until we get it. So I'm kind of hoping we just get it.
I'm kind of hoping we don't, honestly.
I'm kind of sick of hearing about it every time there's a direct.
See, and like this is weird thing where like somehow people consistently keep like hyping these things up, even though all that can be guaranteed is like, I'm fairly certain 20 minutes of this direct's gonna be dedicated to that goddamn fucking Donkey Kong game again.
What are you? What Donkey Kong game?
The fucking like port from the Wii U.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Where when that was coming out, it appeared on every single direct for like half a
Yeah,
year,
but with
and
a
it took like
great
15
reason.
minutes every single time, and it's like, I'm sick of this fucking game.
Yeah,
I'm
look-
sick of this goddamn monkey. I want him to go away.
Look, but I think that a lot of that.
Same thing with like
was-
fucking Treasure Tracker and that goddamn Yoshi Yarn game where they just wouldn't stop fucking appearing. It's like, no, I don't care. Like, they're shit. They're bad. I don't even know. Whatever.
Well,
Just
what
go
what
away.
shit or bad? I haven't played Yoshi, but Donkey Kong Country was great.
I know, like, you know, it's great. No, I don't really care. Like, I actively did not want to play it anymore after it just kept fucking appearing. I'm sick of the sight of it.
Look, see, I still think you were just mad
fuck off.
because Retro was making it and not Metroid.
No, like, I knew they weren't going to make any Metroids again, so like we were done with 3, and it's like, that's fine. I don't care. Like, you know, like anyone else can make Metroid. That wasn't my problem. My problem was fucking that same fucking game kept appearing with the same goddamn weird monkey noises.
What? Donkey Kong
And just-
sounds are great. Hello.
It just kept fucking appearing, and it's the same stages, the same shit every single time with the same points, and it took so long every time, and it's like, I'm fucking sick of this game.
It really reminds me of my favorite.
And then the same thing happened with Treasure Tracker, though that was even worse because it was Toads, and you had to listen to the fucking thing screech at you every time that came on stream, and it's like, I hate this.
I actually don't remember Treasure Tracker showing up too much.
I remember it appearing goddamn constantly,
Maybe.
and even when it released, you couldn't trust it to go away because they're like, here's DLC stage. It's like, no, stop. Like, no one cares. No one bought it. Like, go away.
Maybe the only genuinely bad part of Treasure Tracker, from what I've seen, is the Pit of 100 Trials part at the end.
Except, you know, the entire character.
What? So
Toads.
you haven't even played it.
Big No, like, I don't have to. I hate the
see,
fucking
now
Toad. Like, it's goddamn terrible.
That's the ignorant mentality I'm not a fan of here on Christmas '95.
Ignorant mentality. There's no
The
ignorant
willful
mentality. I have
ignorance.
played Mario games. I have experienced Toad. I hate him and I want him to die. I want him to go away.
You all know how
He's
bad
fucking terrible.
or good it is. Maybe the game is so good that you'll like Toad by the end. Even just a little.
No, it won't. I won't because I hate him. I am racist against his people. I want them to die. I would purge their lot. I would be Hitler for his species.
Look, see, I don't think you would.
And then there was fucking Yoshi all the goddamn time as well.
Yeah, Yoshi's a horse. Reminder, but
If one of you could like throw a grenade
no.
down.
Shit. Well, I fell down here. Hold on. Up, the snake's coming.
Where are you? Out here.
Hold on, coming up. Are you still dead? Oh, I'm getting sniped.
No, someone got me up like just there. Well, I may be dead soon because that is a lot of bosses.
You can hear me gaming. Lots of clacking. I mean, I just assume you can.
And what was I saying? Yeah, okay. I assume this direct's going to make me irrationally angry again. I don't know, but I honestly don't know what they could talk about besides like what they showed last time.
Well,
Like I don't know what the hell they could possibly fucking announce.
Mario Odyssey DLC. Animal Crossing.
No,
Wonderful 101 Switchboard.
that probably won't be
Did you know
happening
that
for like another year.
Kamiya retweeted the direct tweet? Did you know?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything apparently because he retweeted the September one and there was nothing platinum related there. So don't get your
I mean,
hopes
probably
up.
just retweets him because he likes Nintendo.
No. He's a developer, Gavin. He's only interested in his own games.
That Nintendo fund, so he quite likes them.
No, that's only because they're his games. If his game isn't there, he's not gonna care. Everyone knows this. I don't even remember what else is on the docket. Pokemon maybe coming. Well, wait, hold on.
No, like there's not gonna be like any major big series game announced here. Like there's not.
Mario.
There's
Yeah,
gonna be
Mario Tennis Aces announced. I don't know what you're talking about.
that was announced last
Sorry,
time.
confirmed. You know, as getting more. Oh wait, okay, never mind. You're saying announced.
Yeah, announcements.
But all these games were all these big things were already announced. Like Metroid.
I wouldn't call Mario Tennis big.
It is.
No,
Have
it's
you
not.
seen Waluigi in it?
It's not a big, insane major game. Like this is just like a little nice thing to fill a month or two on the schedule.
Until the competitive scene comes in.
But I'm like maybe like if I remember right, like at their E3 last year, like they had like an image saying here's everything that's scheduled for next year roughly, even though they don't have dates. And I remember seeing like Project Octopath, whose demo I still haven't played, but I keep meaning to.
Oh yeah, that game. I hope they clean up.
Is no, they look perfectly fine.
By that I mean just have an option to turn the disc off. Please, I hate that. It's good otherwise.
But yeah, like that will probably get like shown because that was shown like the first half of this year. Like maybe that's coming soon. I don't know. What else? Like I don't know. What else.
that's the thing. I was like hoping that there would be like a fucking Game Explain discussion before we started streaming, so I could like just basically steal ideas to talk about. But I don't really know what Nintendo games are coming out other than maybe Odyssey DLC.
See, they haven't had like their big giant. You know, like with the Switch, they're kind of like, okay, basically went like, okay, here's our schedule for the entire next half of the year. At one point, they haven't done that yet. Like in January, there's some nice stuff. Say, okay, this will come along now and now. There's nothing like, there's no like full list of what's happening. That might be what this is, where it's like, okay, here's like everything lined up, what's coming out when.
They have that game with the anime girls.
Which one?
The fighting one with the cow girl.
I mean, that's not their game, but alright.
Well, it's on their console, so as far as I'm concerned,
It's also on the PlayStation
it's
4,
their game.
where it will look better and probably play better too.
But did the PlayStation 4 have a direct for it,
Doesn't need to.
explicitly highlighting it? Look, I'm just saying that, you know, Nintendo cares. And Sony doesn't.
I sometimes debate how much Nintendo cares.
Like when?
'Cause I question that.
Like when? When has Nintendo not cared?
Let me count the way.
I mean, I'm just waiting for an answer here. You're not answering. Yeah.
I mean, like, that's like, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with like stuff they've done, the games they released, stuff they haven't done, stuff they refuse to do, like the Joy-Con problems at like the Switch launch, the fact that the operating system is the most just rushed out, like dry bone, like
Dry bones?
you know, it's like, oh, fuck, I forgot the actual phrase.
Bare
bones. Bare bones, like shit.
Slag bones. I mean, look, the Joy-Con problem solved itself.
I could talk about like the constant amount of like the sheer lack of care Nintendo of America has for games it releases or handles or is forced to handle, but very clearly doesn't want to handle because it thinks it's above them.
Oh, it doesn't think it knows. Oh, the Joy-Con problem solved itself. Like already. The Pro Controller released on launch. There you go. There's your solution.
You see, like, and then of course, you know, there's their entire online situation. I guess maybe they could mention that.
Oh yeah, of course. How could I forget? Amidst the Mario Odysseys and Animal Crossings and Metroid Prime 4s, the Smashes. So many people are saying Smash. Of course. How could I forget?
That's because they want
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Wow.
But like, think about it. Nintendo's Online is coming very soon, right?
And like, I get where like people are getting the idea from, because like Nintendo, like their president Kimishima and like I forget when it was like a thing with shareholders, like financial meeting where they discussed like their plans for the future, and they said they want like the Switch's paid online thing to go up like in September.
And I mean,
and then he said like explicitly they have a major game to go live with it to convince people to like get on board, and you know, Smash would be like the perfect fit for that, because you just say you're a Smash and then people just like shit money out of every orifice.
yeah, and then they announce it like several months before release, and there we go.
Nah, they'll if they're gonna announce that, it's gonna be like a month before release.
I mean, they did that with their fucking next giant console, so.
Yeah, I mean, like,
which reminder, I still hate, because you know people kind of need to save up money for these things.
Yeah.
Nintendo. I'm surprised it's here again.
To be fair, considering the stock problems it had, maybe that was the idea. By the time they actually got stock under control, people would have money again.
I mean, I get the whole like, oh, we don't want people stealing our idea. Looks at the Wii remote knockoffs, but like, come on now.
I'm still waiting for Sony to announce like a Vita 2 that can like play PlayStation 4 games like on it by itself, and also you can like plug it into the TV and all that shit. Like, I'm just waiting for it to happen, because I know that like they have no ideas they're gonna do that.
The Vita 2. But you know, they don't need any ideas. They have their traditional console, which everyone wants Nintendo to make. Why would they ever deviate from that? And that's what the people want. They don't want stupid gimmicks like Waggle or having
Or VR.
or having something that runs a game like Kirby Star Allies, like basically the same game that was on a 3DS at 30 FPS and has insane loading screens between doors, which is a bad sign. But
I mean, I don't know what you were expecting, but
it's like the same Kirby games from the 3DS, which had neither of those things. I don't understand why.
Probably because it's from a development studio that worked on like the perverse architecture that is the 3DS for so long, and the DS before it, that they're just not used to working with standardized like NVIDIA equipment and architectures and more modern engines.
That's not how it works. Here's how it works.
That's how it works.
You just go into the game settings, and then...
I mean, shit, do you not remember, like, fucking Game Freak making the jump from Game Boy Advance to DS?
No? Isn't that where Gen 4 existed?
Yeah, like, and Gen 4 was a fucking technical like nightmare of like weird like angles, like weird visuals, insanely long loading times, insanely long saving times. Like they just could not handle the jump. They also it took like fucking 3 years in the 3DS to get like a proper Pokemon game. Like it just took ages because they just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And then you had to jump from DS to 3DS, and that brought us X and Y, which was like as much as I enjoyed it, very bare bones game.
As much as I enjoyed it.
I did quite enjoy it.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Someone enjoyed Pokemon X and Y. Let's be honest here.
Except, yeah, like I just said I enjoyed it, so you know, fuck yourself.
Well, Gavin, I have bad news for you, my friend. It looks like you aren't a person. And we have real evidence right here. Yeah, I mean, really, all they have to do, every game is made at 30 FPS, and then you just go into the game settings and turn it to 60 FPS, and if the hardware is right, it just works. That's how you make a game.
that's how, like, you know, games like Dark Souls made such, like, completely fine shifts to 60 FPS. There's no problems whatsoever there.
I'm gonna assume that's sarcasm.
It's intensely sarcasm. The jump from 30 to 60 broke the game entirely because like everything in the game was based on like the frame rate it was built for. So like like in Dark Souls 2, like weapons, like weapon degradation, shit like that.
Wait, the game has
like
that?
hitboxes and everything. I mean, they all do. It's like, and it's just incredibly. You can stop and let me actually speak instead of start going. But like it's weapon degradation in the sense that it's like it is very slow, and you know most of the time, well, outside of Dark Souls 3, most of the time you're just not going to see it unless you're using like, some weapons which have special attacks that like use weapon. Yeah, they use weapon degradation as like a limiter, like as a magic meter, I guess. So that you can't just spam the super attack constantly, so it'll eventually just break the weapon. And all you have to do then is like go and sit at a bonfire and it's just back. It's fine.
What's so? I don't understand how fires are so, you know, powerful in that game. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand how kids can turn into squids in this game.
Well, didn't they write about it in the single player or something?
I don't think they ever have, no.
I mean, I think it's just like something we talked about. They're just made of ink, you know?
Yeah, it's you know, the fire just does that. Yeah.
Why does it have to be a bonfire?
Are.
Can I use a torch?
Why does it have to be squids?
Can I carry a torch around and save anywhere I want?
No.
But why?
I mean, but why? It's because those are the points. Why do the squids use washing machines? Why do the squids care about clothes? Why can't I just put the ability like into like a brick and just carry it on my person?
Look, you're talking about the wrong game. You're trying to pinpoint me.
It's the same. Like, no, like it's the same. It's the exact same like shit.
No, I don't care.
You know, like it's the exact same shit. Well, that's exactly my point. You don't care here, so there's no point in caring about it on all games. It's the same shit. It just is.
Look, I just want to see what you come up with.
There's no need to come up with anything. It just is.
No,
that is the setting. That's the world.
Just an interesting thing to potentially talk about.
You don't care though. You don't want to play Dark Souls.
But you know, this is the look. You,
There's
you
no,
have, look,
but you know.
You have me. You have me. I'm talking about Dark Souls. You gotta humor me, right?
Yeah, but you're talking about it to try and mock it on me.
I'm not mocking it. That's not how it works.
That is how it works. That's what you're doing. You're trying to go like, oh, isn't this stupid? And the answer is no. You're just being obtuse.
No, it's like intentionally so.
Yeah, you're being intentionally obtuse.
For the sake of
like it just is.
Yeah, but so it's never like explained that.
It doesn't need to be. Yeah, like it's like you're doing that thing like for like someone we used to like hang around with on the forum did ages ago, where he got obsessed with incredibly minute details and just couldn't like accept anything that didn't like anally 100% explain.
Okay, I'm just curious if there's a more implication going on.
I mean, like there are, like it's all tied to like the cycle of fire and dark and.
Well, there we go.
Undead.
That's the shit I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure the shit you're talking about is like, oh, why does fire fix weapon? And the answer is, it just does.
Is there an answer to that question?
It doesn't need to be. It just does.
Look, I'm not saying there needs to be. I'm just asking if there is.
Well, like if I looked into the lore and offhand, probably is.
All right.
I don't know all
time
of
to
it.
boot
But...
up the Dark Souls wiki. Oh shit.
Also, I just noticed, when did the Wave 3 start asking for fucking 20 eggs?
Because it's high tide Goldie. Should be simple enough for you simpletons.
Except for the fact it's 17 seconds though.
I don't see the problem here.
I see the
Oh!
problem here.
Both of us got knocked in.
Yep. I see the problem here. Ah.
Also, I had an idea. What if instead of needing to shoot to roll with the dualies, you just rolled?
How do you mean?
Wow, we could have made it there. Like, you know, in Monster Hunter and Dark Souls, how you can just, there's just a roll button.
I mean, the only answer I have to that is Nintendo.
I think that it would make it more, you know, universally, well, I mean, it's probably not that hard to do, but...
It's not hard to do, it's just, you know, Nintendo.
Well, now that I played Monster Hunter World, it would make it extremely easy for me to have the hair trigger for.
See, it's also like kind of the thing that, like, you can't just add, if you do that, like, it's its own set of button that you can just do, that you can't really just make that a dualies only thing.
That you can't use it on the Joy-Con.
No, like, you can't, like, make that a dualies only thing. You have to, like, you have to give dodge roll to everyone then. Which just kind of detracts from the point of having the dualies. Because the dualies just had, like, an extra button, like, they could just roll and jump, like, so much, like, their mobility increases dramatically.
Well, you know, just
To the
balance
point
around.
that, like, you know... I mean, to the point that either, like, you nerf the weapons into the fucking toilet, or they just dominate it. You know? Especially now there's one that has, like, 4 rolls.
Like, I'm just saying, I think it could be done.
I mean, it could be done, it's just they'd have to, like, you know, change a lot of the game's fundamentals.
But that reminded me. Again, I want to reiterate that the only Mario Odyssey DLC I care about. I don't, you know, Super Mario Sunshine's like my second favorite game of all time. I could care less about a Delfino Plaza DLC if it meant that we didn't get DLC that removed the motion controls.
You're not gonna get that.
That's all I want out of that video game. That's it.
You're not gonna get that. And also, that's not all you want, because it's a Christmas hat.
Oh yeah, well look, the Santa hat's coming in now.
mean,
you know what? Well, yeah.
As people
Also
assume,
been in
you
the
know.
base game too, but that had no reason not to be in the base game, other than like maybe time reasons. That's the only thing I can think of.
See, it was like... It was data mined, though, right? It was already in the game, wasn't it? Or was it like...
It was put in. The Link hat was already in the game before the latest data mine,
Okay.
but the Luigi's Balloon Hell update added that in the background.
Oh, okay.
And then they removed Link. So he kind of deserves it. Like Mario in a Link outfit, I don't like that idea.
I mean, it's Mario with Diddy Kong outfit.
But yeah, I mean, do you like
Which
that
is
idea?
hideous.
I don't think anyone likes
No,
that idea.
I don't think anyone... Well, no, I'm
Look,
sure
look, they like it.
someone somewhere likes the idea, but we don't discuss
They
that.
like it ironically because it looks so terrible.
No, they like it because it turns them on. But...
Well, who are you to judge them, Gavin?
I think any of us could judge them for that particular taste. It's like, if that's what you get off to, I'm sorry. You are inherently wrong. No one should get off to Mario dressed as Diddy. This is wrong.
I don't think it would specifically be Mario dressed as Diddy. I think there would be some monkey thing going on there.
Monkey.
There would be some monkey business. Monkey screeching sound effect in the
fuck's sake.
background.
What is it? Someone's at the door. I'm gonna have to
Oh,
be back in a
it's
second.
gonna be removed from the game. Wow, I'm good. I think there's one in. They're just monkeying around. You know, in case one of us missed, obviously. Also, it made it look like I didn't fall, but was actually going for the eggs there. Heck yeah. Okay, we need to get these eggs in right now, or else we will lose. Oh, good. Stinger was going for them. And moving at the same pace. Oh, God.
Alright, I'm back. Let's see, everything's fucked.
Thanks to you. Now we
I had no choice.
We could have.
I mean, that's true.
Thrown the game after getting 1 egg each and have made it. Actually, probably not, but like 2 eggs each. Our weapon could be a blue toothbrush. Actually, that's a great question. When are they gonna add a toothbrush variation to the brush? Honestly, that's what the Octobrush should have been.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that.
It's like, oh, the Octobrush is different because it's a different kind of brush. It's that like flat, you know, long kind of brush. Nope. Nope, not different enough for me.
Yeah, but nothing really is ever satisfactory for you, is it?
That is not true at all. Case in point, this hat. It's a great hat. Except not really. I kind of wish that didn't stick up like that.
See?
That's all they need to do. Ooh, look at these dumb shoes. Let's buy them.
I guess before we finish up, like, genuinely, is there anything you want out of tomorrow's Direct?
Literally, Mario Odyssey button controls.
Okay, is there anything that will actually happen
You
that you
can't
want
say
out of
that.
tomorrow's
It
Direct?
could happen.
I can say that. No, it
Could
can't.
happen.
Not while Miyamoto lives.
Could. I don't know. Is there anything I'm really interested in that Nintendo's doing at the moment? Not entirely, right? I guess they'd have to announce something new that would make me go, "Oh shit!" That isn't
Fair
Mario
enough.
Odyssey stuff.
I'm not really sure what they are doing right now. You know, like the stuff they announced in the January Direct. Was it January?
I think so.
I don't remember. The last
In
one.
2 months. Wait, you can't have that in a Nintendo game? The
What?
top Team Epic people giving the middle finger.
I've seen people like write swear words and everything in these.
Well, as we know from Mario Maker, reporting things to Nintendo does nothing.
You just have to hope like their omnipresent moderators find
Also,
it.
speaking of, I don't care for a Mario Maker Switch.
Do you not?
Because you don't have the gamepad to make the levels, and I like making the levels, and it'd be the equivalent of going from a keyboard to a digital keyboard on the screen and using a controller. I think I would sooner just not spend the $60. But Chris, you could play the levels. Yeah, but like... Yeah...
I mean, with the way the Mario Maker base is, the way people get on, that's not really much of a selling point either, is it?
Wait, hold on. We have to find closure on this.
Closure on what?
Slagging someone off. Wiktionary, help me out here. Third person singular simple present slags off. Present participle slagging off. Britain, Scotland, Ireland, Australia, slang, transitive, idiomatic, to talk insultingly to or about someone. Let's see.
See?
Finnish. Mulata. Whoa. That's a lot of languages. I think I'm gonna find out. I don't think I'm gonna find out where the fuck it came from, though. Maybe I'll do some research later. Informal, offensive, disapproval. How offensive is it to call someone a slag in British English? Parentheses,
I mean-
not safe for work.
Not as much as calling them a cunt.
Skank is less than slut, is less than hoe, is less than bitch, is less than cunt. Wait, hold on. But where does slag fit into the spectrum?
Probably around slut.
I don't like how slag is a noun too for that. Alright, whatever. I'll figure it out next time maybe. Unless I don't.
Alright. Well, I'm going to end my stream and restart it when Monster Hunter's out.
Oh, I almost
Give me a moment.
accidentally hit stop streaming.